On 14th May, the world celebrates its beautiful migratory birds. So we, the students of 2 GSDP courses, have come to Nazafkar Lake to celebrate the World Migratory Birds Day. Environmental Information System Network or ENVIS and its resource partner WWF India are exclusively working on wildlife conservation, including species and habitats, using geospatial techniques on pan-India basis. So, they are conducting these 2 GSDP courses offered by the Ministry of Environment simultaneously. The courses are Bird Identification and Basic Ornithology and Wildlife Management using Geospatial Techniques. GSDP or Green Skills contribute to preserving or restoring environmental quality for sustainable future and include jobs that protect ecosystems and biodiversity, reduce energy and minimize waste and pollution.
In line with the Skilled India mission of Honorable Prime Minister, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, utilizing the vast network and expertise of ENVIS hubs and resource partners, has taken up an initiative for skill development in the environment and forest sector. This will enable India's youth to get gainful employment or self-employment in a program called the Green Skill Development Program. The program endeavors to develop green-skilled workers having technical knowledge and commitment to sustainable development, which will help in the attainment of nationally determined contributions, sustainable development goals, national biodiversity targets, as well as waste management rules 2016. Before visiting this place, we visited some other places like the Kamla Nehru Ridge, Okhla Bird Sanctuary, Lodi Garden, and also the National Zoological Park. Here we saw many resident as well as migratory birds. For example, the western yellow wagtail that visits India from the western hemisphere, and the rosy pelican that comes from the southern hemisphere to India. So now comes the question, what is bird migration?
Bird migration is basically the movement of birds from areas of low or decreasing resources to areas of high or increasing resources. Migration can also be associated with environmental factors such as shortage of nutrients, mate availability, breeding sites, or abiotic factors such as severe weather, changes in day length, and UV radiations. These amazing periodic movements can be attributed to the Earth's revolution, rotation, or moon's rotation. Organisms use their biological clock to predict the flight timings and prepare for relocation. In migratory birds, the magnetic field cues are internally included so that even naive individuals who have no idea of the migrating direction or resting sites can perform an effective migration.
Every year between September and October, there is a bird movement, astronomical numbers marking the start of migration. In India, migration is the annual dispersion of birds from the northern hemisphere to the Indian subcontinent, including Sri Lanka. Some birds like wandering birds, Siberian crane, greater flamingo, and demoiselle crane come from Siberia and Russia. Others like European flycatcher and barn swallow come from Europe. And even local migrants such as black-winged stilt also come to India. India hosts migratory birds from 29 countries. According to scientific reports, 460 species of birds visit India. The return journey begins in March or April.
Migratory birds can cover thousands of miles in the annual travels. The physical stress of the trip, lack of adequate food supply along the way, bad weather, and increased exposure to predators all add to the hazards of the journey.
The theme for this year is light pollution. Light pollution is the excessive use of artificial outdoor lighting. There is a global increase in artificial light by at least 2% every year, which is known to adversely affect many bird species. Artificial light at night can disturb the daily activity patterns of birds and affect their physiology, especially hormone levels and stress responses. The night lighting is also known to interfere with the navigation abilities of birds, causing disorientation, leading to collisions with buildings, disturbing their internal clocks, and their ability to undertake long-distance migrations.
On an annual basis, the flight paths of migratory birds are known as flyways. There are 8 major flyways around the world: Pacific Americas, Central Americas, Atlantic Americas, East Atlantic, Black Sea Mediterranean, East Asia, East Africa, Central Asia, East Asia, Australasia.
Several threats have been recorded which could be linked to light pollution. For instance, 2 months ago, a video of hundreds of birds colliding on roads of Mexico got viral. The reason was unknown, but there were many hypotheses supporting the idea that the birds could not navigate the proximity to the road, thereby all collapsing on the road. The Amur falcon, a migratory bird in India, started declining in numbers because of extreme hunting in Pangti village of Nagaland.
Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has taken significant initiatives for the conservation of migratory birds. Several important habitats of migratory birds have been declared as protected areas. A national action plan for conservation of migratory birds along the Central Asian Flyway has been launched. Local communities have been involved in conservation of migratory species like Amur falcon protection in state of Nagaland.
We, the public, can also do our part in reducing the light pollution. For example, minimizing the over-illumination during festivals and weddings, light cluttering due to poor placement designs of street lights and business lights should be rethought. Over-illuminated advertising spaces such as billboards at night time should be cut down. WWF has also organized Earth Hour, whereby the public is encouraged to turn off non-essential electric lights for 1 hour in the evening as a symbol of commitment to the planet.
We would like to express our gratitude to the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Climate Change, WWF ENVIS Resource Partners, Mr. Ravi Singh, SG and CEO, Dr. Sejal Vora, Program Director, Dr. G. Arindran, Coordinator ENVIS and Director, IGCMC, WWF India, the Senior Project Coordinator Mr. Rajiv and the entire team of the GSDP course for making this possible.